If you have been watching my channel for a while now, you would know that I always try to keep things positive here. We have enough gloomsters out there. I don't want to join the party. But I do want to share something very important that's happening in my home country, the Philippines. It's not very happy, but it is news, and it does concern the entertainment industry. Today, the oldest and the biggest media network in the Philippines, ABS-CBN, who's been around for 73 years, was shut down. So they went off air. They do employ 11,000 employees, and I think that's just the regular employees. So if you add service providers, freelancers, and the vendors, you're probably going to go maybe 300,000, and of course their families. So just a little bit of a background, they actually went into war with the president of my home country, the Philippines. The president is Rodrigo, because he claims that ABS-CBN did not air his ads when he was campaigning for the presidency. ABS-CBN did apologize and explain their side of the story. They said that they returned the money, and then the second time that they were trying to return it, it was rejected. But that's not actually important in this story, but that was the background. And so they apologized, and they were allowed to continue their operations, and then their franchise was supposed to be renewed. Unfortunately, it was not renewed because of this COVID thing, so everybody went home, and the Congress actually went on recess, and so that was left hanging. Initially, ABS-CBN said that they were allowed to continue operating, but then several days ago they were told to shut down because they don't have the franchise. There are conflicting reports. Some people are saying that the NTC, National Telecommunications and Communications, something like that, NCT or NTC, said that they were actually allowed to continue operating, but it was actually ABS-CBN who decided not to operate. But again, not important at this stage. The thing is that they do employ 11,000 employees, and I think, as I've said, that's just a full-time, and if you add the freelancers, service providers, and vendors, you're probably gonna go, I won't be surprised if you go up to half a million. And of course their families, just like that, in a blink of an eye, they lost their income, and no one thought about them. No one has any plans for them. Unlike the US, the Philippines don't have a sophisticated unemployment system. There is one, but it's not sophisticated, and the money that you're going to get will be barely enough to put food on the table for a day, let alone for a month or 2 months or 3 months. And it's so frustrating because nobody thought of them in all of this. Because quite honestly, I don't care if they have a vendetta against the owners of ABS-CBN, who's known to be associated with the opposing party. I don't care about that. I don't care about the war that you want to, whatever, they can do whatever they want to do with them, but I'm concerned about the employees that no one is thinking about right now, because the truth of the matter is the ones that are least affected by all of this would be the owners of ABS-CBN, because they're just as rich as they were before the closing. And so while all of this 500,000 employees that are now unemployed are struggling to find money for the next meal, the owners are just probably in their mansion lying down while they're being served by their favorite steak or whatever. So it's the innocents that are caught in the crossfire. They are the ones that are getting hit in the crossfire, and it's just unfair. It's very immature. They knew how much is at stake. The country is not exactly in the good condition economically, politically, and socially, and you add this to that. The economy is already in limbo. Nobody knows what's going to happen in a month or two. We're definitely going into recession, the lowest unemployment rate in history, and then you close the one company that's actually employing people. In the US, no matter what everyone is saying on how the government is reacting, at least there's an effort to try and save every business out there. It's not a perfect system, but there is an effort, and the payrolls are being protected. That is not happening in the country, in my home country. And then, as I've said, you close this one company that's actually employing people. Very smart. So I do hope that it gets resolved. They said that there is an emergency session to try and give ABS-CBN the franchise so that they can operate again, and for the sake of these employees and their families, I hope that they get it done as soon as possible. And so please pray for my country, and pray for the entertainment industry. It's very close to me because that's where I came from, that's where I work. Yeah, that's it. Thank you.